Hey everybody, how are you? Jim Prusak here, physical therapist from the Pain PT. Hope you guys are doing well today. And today's topic is about what is the one word that is in the fear avoidance cycle that they use for recovery. This is like a quiz today or a test. Okay, so the fear avoidance cycle is something that's been studied for many years. I'll put a link into the video today so you can see what this is as an image. It's been forged by, like I said, many years of research looking at how people deal with fear in relation to chronic pain or chronic symptoms. And as you guys know, fear, also what we call anxiety, can be a big driver for your symptoms. It can be actually a big producer of symptoms. It can also amplify current symptoms. So we really need to get a handle on your fear, right? And you guys know this. So with this fear avoidance cycle, okay, and I'm going to break this down. Fear leads to avoidance, right? So if you're afraid, fearful, anxious, worried, concerned about something, you may have a feeling or tendency to want to avoid that thing. It's called fear avoidance. Now, I want you guys to know when you avoid something out of fear, you make the fear worse. You increase the fear. The fear is not going to get better. It might feel better in you for a moment or two. You might feel relieved. Oh, okay. I don't have to do this. Or, oh, okay. I'm not going to have to worry about this today. So you might feel better, but what happens is your fear gets worse. Okay. So the more you avoid, just know this, your fear is going to get worse. And I see this in people where the world shrinks down smaller, 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 doing less, whatever it is they're fearful of, it's getting worse. Okay. So the idea is that we need to what? Okay. So we're going to talk about what that word is in a minute. I'm leading you on here. I know. But I first want to talk about the pathway of the fear avoidance cycle. Okay. So if you think up here, pain or symptom, and then you'll see in the handout the circular loop of the fear avoidance cycle, which is the chronic pain cycle in a nutshell, is this cycle of becoming affected negatively, catastrophizing, worrying, pulling back, avoidance, hypervigilance, which leads to disability, depression, disuse, more pain. Okay. And that's a loop. It goes round and around and around. That's the fear avoidance cycle. Okay. Again, it's been well studied. Now, there's a pathway there that's different from the loop. Okay. And the pathway is the pathway to recovery. All right. And it's a pathway of no fear. Okay. So if we think, okay, we have fear, and fear is influencing my condition or stopping me from doing something, or I'm avoiding something because I'm afraid of my symptoms getting worse. Okay. So the answer is that we want to get out of fear, right? Now, what's the one word? What's the one word they use in the research that's in this fear avoidance cycle model? Now, they can use any word, they can put any word there. There's one word that allows you to recover. And here it is. The word is confrontation. Confrontation. So they're saying to have a recovery, we have to have no fear, confrontation, recovery. So the word confrontation, okay, that's a really strong word, right? They chose a word that is, it's not a weak word like, oh, take it easy, don't do anything. No, confront the fear. Okay, another way to say that is face the fear. Another way to say that, you heard me say, stand up to the fear, move through the fear. Okay, tackle the avoidant behaviors. These strong words, okay, challenge it, confront it, confrontation. So you need to face the fear, guys. You need to confront your fears if you want your fear to go down and if you want your fear symptoms to recede. You can't sit home. You can't avoid. If you avoid, it's not going to get better. You're going to be limited in your recovery. Okay, so what are you not doing still? What are you avoiding out of fear still? This is my question for you. And the answer to that, or the antidote to that, is to challenge or confrontation, the very things that you're scared of, and do those things over and over and over and over and over again until your brain will learn to produce less fear. And in the research, and there's a title of a research article, and I talked about this in one of my old videos, 100 years of fear conditioning research. So I looked at a lot of years of research. And the main message here, they said, is that you need to tackle avoidant behaviors. Focus on your avoidant behaviors. Don't worry about the fear. Okay, well, that's the problem, is we worry about these fear symptoms. Now, remember, fear/anxiety, I use the word anxiety because it's not a real fear, causes all these symptoms in your body. It can. You can have a lot of fear symptoms. So fear is not just something in your head. It does spin catastrophic thoughts. It does create hypervigilance. It does create symptoms. Now we need to overcome all these things. We got to confront these things, okay? Because if you come from fear yourself, or you're consciously coming from fear, well, you're just reinforcing more fear. Okay, guys, so we have to confront the fear. Now, the word confrontation, again, has what emotion behind it? I've talked about this before, but I want to refresh this. What emotion do you think sits underneath confrontation? Sounds pretty simple to me. Anger. Okay, now anger has got a bad rap as being a bad emotion, as being a negative emotion. But guys, it's not bad. It's not. It's one of your four primary emotions. It's totally okay. You just need to learn how to tap into it and use it for your recovery. So confrontation is like standing up for yourself, is standing up to the bully, or standing up to the fear, or pushing through, or working through it. Okay, confrontation. It's constructive anger, okay, to become assertive, to become empowered, to become determined, okay, to face this fear. And so you got to be resolute. You've got to be very committed in your mind to face the fear. Okay, because that's the answer. I'm giving you the answer from the research. Okay, I'm giving you what the scientists have come, the researchers have come to understand about fear. And pretty much everybody else who's written about fear says the same thing. You got to face it. You got to confront it. You got to challenge the fear. Because the only issue here, guys, if you're having just fear-based physical symptoms, that's all it is fear. The symptoms themselves are fear. So if you get afraid of the symptoms, well, you create more fear. You're reinforcing the fear. Okay, so as long as you know your symptoms are not from a physical structural injury or cause, okay, that's been ruled out by the doctors, or they can't find anything that's significant, then you can start thinking that, wait a second, do I have anxiety? Do you have a lot of fear? And if you do, then that is contributing to your symptoms. Most likely it's very much contributing to your symptoms, if not causing your symptoms alone. Okay, so I'm giving you guys the one word here to get over fear and fear-based symptoms and fear-based thoughts. Okay, you need to confront it. Confrontation. Okay, so get after your behaviors. Tackle the avoidant behaviors. Confront the thoughts, the hypervigilant thoughts. You can't listen to them. You can't believe them, because then you'll reinforce them. All right. And at the same time, the feeling in your body that the anxiety or fear gives you, you need to just let that go. You need to face that feeling too. And don't react to it negatively. Don't get scared of it. Just let it pass. It's fine. Okay. Confront that feeling too, that you're going to face it. You're going to feel it. It's okay. It doesn't need to control you. Okay. We talked about that, the power of the prefrontal cortex. So, guys, we need to confront our fears. That's what the message is today. And confront mainly your avoidant behaviors. Don't worry about the fear. The researchers again say, don't worry about the fear. It's going to go away when you confront the things you're not doing because you're afraid of these things. Get after it, okay? Let's confront it. Let's stop avoiding, start confronting the things that you're still scared of, or the things you're not doing. Okay, guys, if you need help, support, you can find me on my website, thepainpt.com. I offer individual consultations. I also offer weekly group sessions, which a lot of people are getting value from on a monthly basis. So you can check out that as well, and send a request over if you're interested in either of those things. Okay, take care, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.